Meghan Markle has denied lying about her upbringing in the Bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview she took part in alongside her husband, Prince Harry. Poor Meghan grew up as an only child. Well, what about your half-sister and half-brother Meghan? Oh, perhaps it was just a subjective statement she was making after it was suggested it may not have been true. Sounds more like a lie to gain sympathy and attention, which Meghan craves. The Duchess of Sussex is being sued by her half-sister Samantha, who alleges that Meghan lied when she described how she grew up as an only child. Oh dear, the selective memory again. Didn't we have the now emails in court to show her involvement in funding freedom? Hasn't Bauer got evidence that Samantha lived with them, and her father paid for education, etc.? Meghan and the truth do not even appear to be nodding acquaintances. Meghan's lawyers have argued the details cannot be false because it is a textbook example of a subjective statement about how a person feels about her childhood. Samantha claims she told false and malicious lies about her rags to royalty upbringing and is seeking $75,000 £57,000 in damages over the Sussexes. Oprah interview and Finding Freedom biography that she claimed subjected her to humiliation, shame and hatred on a worldwide scale. In the latest submission to the court, Meghan's team argues she also cannot be sued over Finding Freedom because she did not write it. I laughed until the tears ran down my leg. The lengths her legal team will go to take more of her money is amazing. There used to be a saying that when in dew up to your neck it is time to stop digging. Endless litigation makes only one sector of society rich, and that is the legal profession. Part of the world once wondered if there is a grain of truth in anything she said. Now most people just yawn and there is no way back. If anyone stabbed themselves in the back more times than her in trying to appear wonderful, it would be hard to identify them. Litigation again, but the source of her pain she can see in the mirror at home. We knew denials would filter through, via her PR, so, narcissists and denials, I felt it so it has to be true. They lie to themselves all the time, are completely unable to tell the truth, they can't see it if it doesn't suit their ambition purpose, it's wiped away and replaced with what works for them, so they think. Whatever the circumstances of her childhood, it wasn't a pity party she made it out to be on Oprah, and when so many other versions of her truth about other matters were revealed on Oprah, it's hard to find the truth in the fiction which is Meghan Markle. It is impossible for narcissists to come to terms with their own self-deluded versions of their truth, as being bald-faced lies to the rest of the world. Of course, M denies lying. As someone said, you can always tell when she is lying because her lips are moving. Another reality is that HMTQ wisely replied, recollections may vary. Well said, Your Majesty. 99% of your people agree with you. I hope Samantha wins. Me and only me spewed lie after lie after lie during that horror show with Oprah, and every single one of those lies has been proved to be lies, including the only child rubbish, and we were so hard up that a big treat was the Sizzler salad bar at $5 a person. She also had to apologize to a British court for having accidentally misled regarding her contributions to the hagiography penned by her biggest fanboy scabies. Well done Tom Bauer for his meticulously researched biography. I highly recommend it, although there are parts that cause the reader to weep for the pain she was putting the loyal royals through. Such as Meghan's paranoia over controlling everything about herself. She presents her past in the form of a perfect story that she's created, not as it actually happened. Johnny Depp's lawyer wrote something that Johnny was found responsible for. Surely Meghan, who eventually admitted after denying collusion and committing perjury to helping with the Finding Freedom book, is just as liable. Harry and Meghan are two very boring, needy attention-seeking individuals that have to lie and make up stories to try and stay relevant. Wishing Samantha Markle all the best and good luck on her case against Markle. Let's hope that at least US courts see Meghan for what she is. Unlike the corrupt UK courts that seem to be for hire. She did not write Finding Freedom, but as has already been proved in court, she definitely was involved with it and provided the lies that it contained. Migraine says it's a subjective statement about how a person feels equals I can lie because it's my truth. Meghan forgot she was lying. According to the UK Court of Law, when Meghan lies is just an excusable lapse of memory. What does Methane think counts as a lie then? I think if she spouts some rubbish that makes her look good and fits in with her narrative, then it must be true. Even when it isn't. Sad, sad woman. Oprah was fooled into doing the Sussexes interview. She clearly knew what was going to be said and her reaction was very fake, but I don't think she at first doubted anything Meg or Harry said. I believe it was only after she realized she was used and the Sussexes were proven lying it knocked her reputation and she cut ties with the Sussexes along with other celebrities. Scobie has been used as Sussex's mouthpiece. Of course, Meg had involvement in Finding Freedom just as Diana did in her book by Andrew Morton. Narcissistic women can't help themselves and want to appear victims to gain sympathy and adulation. Samantha probably can prove Meg lied and so can others, but will a judge sees it that way is a different matter. I would love for Oprah to do her own take on exactly what the Sussexes said, done, etc. during the time she knew they wanted the interview and then how she heard the lies, etc. after. Now that would be TV gold. Meghan can be sued for the book Finding Freedom because she gave permission for the book to be written and didn't ask permission from the people in the book, like her sister, brother, father, etc. Believe in their own lies. No one else in their right mind is. As the Queen said, memories may vary, 17 of them have been proven to be untruths. Didn't she lie to the High Court in London when she said she had no input in the Scoopy-Poo book and it worked? There was proof at the palace that she had liaised by email, I believe. She had to apologize to the judge, her excuse being that she had forgotten. We can only surmise why she wasn't charged with perjury. You or I would have. Because it's not exactly something you would forget. Lying seems to be as natural as breathing to her. Whether she put pen to paper in that Funding Freebies book is neither here nor there. The fact is she spoke with the scribbler Scobie and gave him information. She knew what she was doing, and admitted she had, in the end, when caught out. She lied. End of. Narcissists believe their lies. It would be easier to count Meghan's truths compared to her lies. As for the book Finding Freebies, Meghan wrote it and Omid slapped his name on it. It seems Meghan always picks weak men. This is the funniest thing. Meghan's lawyers have argued the details cannot be false because it is a textbook example of a subjective statement about how a person feels about her childhood. Either you are an only child or you are not. This is as bad as saying someone is a horse because they feel like a horse. H's wife wanted to be an only child. She resented the fact she wasn't. She wanted all her father's attention and money. Quite obviously, Henry has not found freedom or happiness. His angry facial expressions are far worse than before he huffed out of the RF. Lying seems to come as second nature to them, but they are becoming a laughingstock and burning themselves out. If you felt that you grew up as an only child, you would say I felt that I grew up as an only child. For an allegedly intelligent woman, Markle seems to have a great deal of trouble with the English language.